simple, baby. I'ma keep it simple with your baby. Okay, another day on the trend. So, we are doing another makeup tutorial, and this time I'm gonna be using the nude Huda palette that has a little bit more pink tones to it, which I haven't done yet. So, this is what the inside of the palette looks like. It is so bomb. Huda's eyeshadows are so good, but before I'm even gonna put any makeup on, I'm gonna do my friendly skincare reminder to put moisturizer on first. Okay. So like I said, I always use the Zoe Skin Health Renewal Cream. It is bomb, and I have been loading it on lately, especially in these colder months. And then I'm gonna introduce you to a new skincare product. So I've been debating about filling my under eye because I hate them, but I feel like that's a little extreme and I'm a little nervous to do that. So I was trying to find alternatives, and I told one of the guys at Sephora that, and he told me about this product right here. So actually, one of the girls at work got me hip to the name. So I was looking at that stuff. I asked him about this, and he said it's literally like cream that is like filler for your under eye. So obviously I bought it as fast as I could, and the price isn't that bad. Under eye creams can be like unreal expensive. This was at like $50, and I feel like it would last a while because you use like a dot of it. It is the Dr. Dennis Gross. I don't know if it's Gross. I don't know how to say his name. Someone help.
Who's?
Dr. Dennis Gross.
Who's that?
Gross? Gross. It is the Dr. Dennis... Okay. That didn't work. It is the Dr. Dennis Gross. I don't know why I can't say it. All right. I don't know what's happening. Dennis Gross. The Dr. Dennis Gross Hydrolonic. No, that's not it either. Action. It is the Dr. Dennis Gross. I don't know. It's not coming out. Okay, we're going to try this for the 5th time. I like using the Dr. Dennis Gross Do It Right Eye Gel. So I was thinking about getting filler in my under eye because I really don't like them, but I thought that's a little extreme, and I just didn't know if I want to get into all that. So I started using that, and I think it has seriously made a difference, but you definitely have to use it like morning and night. So I've only had it for about a week, but I definitely noticed a difference in my under eye being like a little bit brighter. And when I asked one of the guys at Sephora about it, he literally said like that's like cream, like instead of getting like filler for your under eye. So I was like, okay, perfect. And it only is $50, which for eye cream is really not bad because they could be like hundreds of dollars. So I also have a friend at work, Tara, that was using some of his stuff and told me about him. So I heard that he has like really good skincare products to get hip to that. So if I try anything else, I'll let you know. But you should go and get this if you struggle with your under eyes. Anyway, jumping into the makeup look. First, I'm going to start out with my Dior foundation in 2W and my number 56 Sephora brush. I definitely use a lot of circular motions and then always patting it in after I kind of spread it around. And bringing it down to make sure your neck matches because I am ghostly pale right now. Okay, now that that is all blended out, I'm gonna go in with obviously my beloved concealer from Hourglass in the shade Beach. Making sure that we're bringing it out to make that line, like I said, to make it easier to do your eyeshadow, and then bringing it on your nose for contour. Adding it to the bridge of my nose to highlight that, right above my lip, and then on my chin. And I'm gonna add a little bit on my forehead. Now grabbing my beauty blender, I'm gonna spray it with my super empty rose water, but sometimes that helps. Like, this is a little bit newer, you would never know, but I like just started using this beauty blender, and sometimes that helps like blend out your product, because I just feel like when you have built up product on your beauty blender, it obviously is easy because it doesn't grab the product off your face as much. So if you make it a little bit moist, I feel like it blends out 10 times easier. And the rose water is great because I feel like it works as a setting powder, and it's literally like $10. So instead of buying a $30 or $40 setting spray, you can use that. Okay, now that that is all blended out, I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass setting powder and putting it right over where I concealed. And then on the bridge of my nose. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into my Huda palette, and her pigment of this palette is insane. You literally need the smallest amount of product on your brush, and it like blends out very easily. So I'm a huge fan. I have all of her mini palettes, and like these ones, you can like, they look like they could be a little crazy and stuff, but all these are like so natural on, so it's like super easy to wear every day. So I'm going to start with the color right here called Secret. And I'm going to kind of rub this like everywhere, but not try to bring it up like too high. And once again, I'm making all of our lives easier by literally using my same Morphe brush, the M505. Okay, now that that shade is on, I'm gonna go in down here to this shade called Teddy, and I'm gonna focus that more on the crease and almost the outer corner. I feel like for any eyeshadow look, just keep blending until you feel like you are good with it and looks good, because like I literally at the end won't even put product on, and I just like keep kind of working it out. So it just looks like natural and slowly fades. Then I'm going to go in with my eyeshadow primer and put it right in the middle and towards the inner corner. And I always do this after putting on my darker shades, because when I put the eyeshadow primer on, I want it to really grab whatever sparkly, bright shade that I'm going to put on. So it helps a lot. Otherwise, they will not go on anything like when you see all these shimmery colors in palettes and they are like loose or grainy when you just like grab it. If you put something like a primer under that, it'll like grab the actual shade of it. And then I'm going to go in with the shade, wow, I can't even see what it's called because I've used it so much, but it is this top one right here. I actually have no idea because this is literally my favorite shimmery shade ever, and I've used it to no end, but I'm literally using my finger to put it on. Okay, so I put it on in the inner corner and then bring it out more, and I like kind of just like pull it out with my finger. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to grab a little bit of Teddy and go back into my crease to make sure that it blends them together and separates it just a little bit. Okay, before going with it on my under eye, I'm going to do my brows with my Benefit Brows Pencil in shade 3.5. Oh. Okay, so after putting my brow pencil on, I'm going to go in with my Benefit Brow Sealer and just make sure they are locked in. Okay, now I'm going to wipe off this translucent powder, and I just use a big fluffy brush and kind of pat it in, but also wipe off just a little bit. And this is what I mean by putting your concealer and translucent powder in the right place, because when I take it off and just wipe up, my eyeshadow is in like a cleaner line. Okay, now that translucent powder isn't right under my eye anymore, I'm going to go in with that same eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using Teddy, and I'm going to go right underneath and smudge out with the eyeshadow a little bit to connect everything. And then after using Teddy, I'm going to go in with Raw one more time. And I'm going to use it on this outer edge and kind of just blend those two together to like make a little bit more dramatic underneath. Okay, after doing my eyes, I'm going to go in with my Cocoa Contour Palette. You can see that it's slowly dwindling and they do not sell them anymore, so I am on the hunt for a replacement for this, but I have not found one yet. And we're just placing this almost on and above our cheekbone and blending it out. Sometimes after I do that, I like to go in and like pat it in a little bit to make sure the product really sticks. And then I'm going to go with the lighter shade that's a little shimmery, and it's called Pop of Light, right where I put that translucent powder down here. And then I'm going to go right under my eye with the lightest shade, Light Cocoa. I'm taking Light Cocoa and brushing it on the bridge of my nose a little bit and up a little, just to brighten everything. After that, I'm going in with Marc Jacobs bronzer with my fluffy brush, once again from MAC. And working it over that contour. Then we're going to take the bronzer and put it on our forehead. Kind of tapping that in up there because everyone wants a small forehead illusion. And then right around my jawline. Now I'm taking this brush from Kylie Cosmetics and using that same bronzer just to do a slight nose contour. and really just lining the edges of my nose and then putting a little bit up here. Also, I've mentioned this before, but taking this up into your eyebrow bone is a key for a good nose contour. And since I just kind of got on the nose contour trend, I like to use a fluffier brush so it doesn't look as dramatic and that I can blend out the bronzer on the sides. Now I'm going to go in with one of my peachy blushes. And I always put it on my cheek and then I lift up. And I'm super into like peachy tones for blush because I just feel like doing pink ones just is not my thing really. And if you do like have redder tones under on your skin and stuff, I don't know if I would necessarily want pink, so I like muted tones a little bit more. Now I'm going to take my rose water and spray my face before I put on highlighter so my skin's a little bit dewy so my highlighter grabs more. And I'm actually going to use my highlighter. And I've mentioned this before, but like I said, keep tapping that in. And instead of like just going back and forth, I feel like the product sticks a little bit better. And since my skin is damp, I feel like it grabs it more. I'm going to go in with one of my smaller brushes for right in my arch. And then again, right in the corner of my eye to make my eyes pop a little bit more. Okay, after doing highlighter and right before I put on a little bit of bottom mascara, I'm going to go in with my brightening powder. And like I said, I dab it. I know it looks super white, but it does not come out like that. And I just go ahead and dab under my eye to keep that area super bright. And sometimes I bring it down a little on my smile lines just because I feel like it helps it set them from not forming as much. And then I'm going to go in with my bottom mascara. And then after that, I'm actually going to add in some of a white eyeliner pencil. This is from Urban Decay. And white eyeliner, instead of putting black on your waterline, actually opens up your eye and makes your eyes look a little bit bigger. And I think it's fun to do when you do like a more pink color and like just to make your eyes look like bigger and brighter, I guess. And you don't have to be shy with it. I like really just keep rubbing it on until it's like the consistency or as bright as I like it to be. I'm just going to finish off my contour with a little of this Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. And I'm going to use a Fenty brush for this. And I really do this just to set my contour exactly where I want it. Put it on the sides of my nose to keep the nose contour. And then I'm actually going to go in with this Huda lip kit. These are so cute. It comes with a matte gloss lip pencil and a shiny shade. Always applying chapstick before lip gloss or any type of lip product at that fact. Okay, I'm going to use the liner from that lip kit. And then I'm going to go in with 31 from my lipstick. And then I'm going to go over with just a little bit of a KKW gloss that's not super pink so I don't overdo it. Okay, so this is my final makeup look, and I was inspired to do the pinker look today because I am telling you all here first that this spring and summer is going to be all bright pastels, a lot of pinks, a lot of purples, even like pastel blues. Every store I've went to is like coming out with all the like super bright colors and even like muted pastel tones. So I think pink is going to be huge this spring and summer. Even for people that don't normally wear it, they had some super cute stuff. So this is it, and it's super easy to do. It's not too bright to where you couldn't wear it to a lot of places. So if you're into these makeup looks, you should go follow my YouTube channel and subscribe, and go sign up for my newsletter. This is it. Get on the trend, everyone.